All right, welcome back to Business My name is Simba Elijah Charles Kiage. So now I just want us to move away from the conversation of BBI. And I keep on saying that if it's not going to affect the weight of the money in your pocket, then it's well and done. Good. So now let's talk about the MSME sector in the country. Now we do know that this industry actually does employ 77% of the Kenyan workforce. But now other statistics that actually come from here is that MSME sector is also facing a lot of challenges. Now there's one statistic that everybody does look at, that out of the ones that start, 90% of them never get to see the second birthday. And if you put it into numbers, then annually we lose around 400,000 MSMEs in the country. Therefore, a conversation on how to make this sector tick and your business, on how to move away from this statistic, will never ever seem to end, because that's what you need every day. Therefore, joining us in the studio this morning to discuss on exactly how to start and run a successful enterprise, it is Frida Owinga, Business Development Mentor at Passion Profit. Good morning, Frida.
Good morning, Simba. How are you this morning?
Good morning, it is, isn't it?
It is.
Therefore, let's therefore look at the first thing that you've actually seen when it comes to the businesses that you actually get to interact with.
Okay.
What would you say is the biggest challenge that they face?
I think the biggest challenge is the business idea. And I say that because people start a business, especially in this country, we start businesses because there are no jobs. So the first thing you see to do that can give you some money, you call it your business, without finding out if there's a need, who else is already selling it, what are the gaps.
Yeah.
But the desperation of having money to pay bills causes us to start the most shiny thing idea that we see at the moment. And so you find somebody will start quail eggs today, tomorrow it is the quails, so there's no sitting down and really reflecting what business should I really start and why, because the need for having money to pay bills becomes greater than having a vision. So I think that is for me, that is the root cause of why they are not making it to their third birthday and their fifth birthday, whichever birthday you want to call it. The truth is, the person who registers to start the quail business, before 2 years, they will die, but he will start another business. All right? So that business has died, it's not sustainable long enough, but this person is still around and is running another business.
Yes.
Because we do multiple things at the same time. So it's really a little difficult to have data to tell us the truth, the proper truth, because we are starting businesses to put food on the table, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we need to, as people in the business development sector, what we're looking at is helping people generate what we call bankable business ideas.
Yes.
Yeah, and a bankable business idea is an idea that is viable to be packaged into a product or service that people need, not just now, but over a long time.
Yes.
And then you can generate revenue, you can generate recurring, reliable revenue with this idea over a long period of time, so that you live beyond your fifth birthday.
So Frida, I'm listening to you and I'm wondering, if there's something here that is giving me money, am I not allowed to call that my business? And how is something giving me money different from a bankable idea, therefore?
Something giving you money, I can go to China and bring bags today and sell them. I will have money. We can call it a business. We cannot call it entrepreneurship. So it's okay to call it a business. It's okay to call it a trade. But how long is it going to give you money? Do you have a business model of how you're going to be doing this consistently? So an idea on its own is not bankable if it doesn't have a model that will sustain it over a long period of time, if it doesn't have a business plan of how you'll continue to get clients, how you'll continue to produce and design new things for the market that you're serving.
Yes. Everybody does mention, Frida.
Yes.
That when you're starting a business, the first thing that you should look at is exactly, do you have the capital to actually get this business running?
Wrong.
Is that wrong?
Yes. I think first you need a bankable idea.
It's funny how they say that that's my challenge, that my challenge is capital.
Okay. Everybody says my challenge is capital. The employed people, the self-employed people, everybody's talking about challenge of capital. The challenge is not capital. The challenge is we have not sat down to know how much do we need to run our lifestyle. So we are always running short of money. So if, again, going back to vision, why are you here? What are you doing? Why are you doing it? How much money do you need to sustain you over a period of time?
Yes.
The challenge is wisdom. The challenge is knowledge. Ignorance is our biggest evil, not money.
So
because if you have a bankable idea,
Yes.
you have a business model,
Yes.
and you run it the way you should, and you get the clients that you need to get, you'll start generating money. It's like when we say capital is the challenge, it's like a farmer who hasn't planted seed and is saying harvest is the challenge. You'll have no harvest before you plant a seed.
Makes pretty much sense.
So it's a
isn't it?
process.
Yes.
Capital doesn't just come out of the air.
Yes.
Capital is a result of you putting your time and your talent together, then you will get treasure. Okay? So capital doesn't happen in a vacuum. All right? And if you talk about access to capital, first I have to invest my own money before I can expect somebody to give me more money.
Yes.
So it is true that it's all over the place. Capital is the challenge. Capital is the challenge. The truth about it is banks with the interest cap and all that you have to say, find SMEs risky because we don't keep records. Just like if I come to you today and say, Simba, I need 1,000 shillings. I do this in seminars all the time. And I tell them, after we've done the icebreaker, we are moving along. Because they always say, I ask them, today is the 2nd of the month. This is a brand new story. 2nd of November, I was doing a training for one of the business clubs of one of the banks, leading banks in the country. And I asked them, today is the 2nd. You are business owners, about 50 business owners in the room, who paid themselves a salary. Be on your feet. Nobody stands up. Only one old man stood up. And then I told them, work in your little groups and tell me why you didn't pay yourself. And the bank personnel were in the room. I asked them, guys, did you get paid on the 30th? They all said yes. All right. So I asked the business owners, so why didn't you guys get paid? I need you to get in your little groups and let's talk about this, because you cannot be working for free. And we have statistics saying that. Therefore, how many, you said it just now,
Just 90%,
how many
yeah.
jobs
Yes.
they are producing,
Yeah.
all right?
Yes.
So then they say, oh, because it's my business, the money is mine. Oh, because I have to do this, I have to do the other, the money is not enough, my business is still small. But any business that starts today and sets up and hires people, they don't say, you know, we are still small, we are still coming along, we are not going to be able to pay you.
Yes.
So it's really ignorance. And I say this with a lot of respect. When I say ignorance, it doesn't mean that, don't say it in an arrogant way. Ignorance is just a lack of knowledge to get the results that you want. So when we say capital is a challenge, we are ignorant about how to generate capital. That's all.
Pretty
and
much,
the good
isn't it?
news is
Yes.
there's always, the knowledge is available. You can go to a business development support company like Passion Profit. Right now we have a program that is helping people craft bankable business ideas.
Yes,
all right.
that's exactly what I was coming to, because I know you do know that this week you're actually going on with a training. I just want us to
Yes.
talk about that shortly after this. Therefore, Frida, I listened to you and then someone is saying, wow. Then
Yeah.
I need to really understand how to come up with this good idea that's going to make me profitable in the end.
Yes.
And
'Cause a
then
lot of ideas-
yes.
yes, go ahead.
So what is this process of coming up with a good idea? What do I need to do just to land on this idea? Because everybody's looking for those ideas.
I think the biggest thing is to scan our environment.
Yes.
And scanning our environment is to look and see what already exists.
Yes.
What doesn't exist that people need. So you come up with an idea to meet that need. Because a bankable business idea is an idea that is solving a problem, an idea that is alleviating people's pain, and an idea that is helping them achieve their aspiration. Because human beings have two needs. They have something that they don't want, and there's something that they want and they don't know how to get. Just like we're saying, business owners or people who want to get into business say lack of capital.
Yes.
But also they want capital. So anybody who can find how to help them make money and get more money to grow their business is a viable business idea. You get that? So the key thing is when people are starting businesses, they look around, oh, Simba never used to drive a car, but now since he started selling Mtumba, have you
He's
seen
driving
he
a
has,
car,
yeah,
isn't
he
it?
even has a matatu.
Yes.
So maybe I should start Mtumba. But instead of going to find out how many Mtumbas already exist, what kind of Mtumba is not coming, All right, you just go and do exactly what Simba is doing, and that's why you have a street with the same shops, the same clothes, you know, because we are copying each other. We are
Yes.
not generating ideas.
A friend of mine was calling that business Me Too.
We do have Me Too businesses.
Yeah,
I like that.
I was talking to him the other day. I told him, I think I need to do this. Then he told me, oh, me too. That's exactly what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to struggle.
You are. You don't want to
Yes.
join Me Too. So very simply put,
Yes.
Scanning the environment. Of course, we talk bigly and say do research. Scanning the environment, and now with digital media and all
Yes,
that,
yes.
it's really easy because you can start something and even just post in a group and ask questions, you know, and see how people will respond to help you to start seeing what people are really looking for. But the people if you're going to do a Me Too business, first find out what are the guys who are already there doing, what are their customers needing that they're not doing, fill that gap. And one way to find that is to always listen. Listen to people's complaints. Like at Passion Profit, we provide mentoring because most classroom interventions are not sustainable.
Yes.
All right. Most people go to a workshop, you go to a classroom setting, and that's all good. But business is very complex and dynamic. You need consistent support to stay above the water. All right. And sometimes I wish there's a lady at the end of the class yesterday. I asked her, how has the 3 days been so far for you? She said, for the first time I have understood what a viable business idea is and the need of having a business plan. Because
Yes.
it's a 5-day program, we're going to help them look at their business ideas. These are emerging entrepreneurs. Some have ideas. The ideas that they're still working on the ideas. So we are helping them look at the idea and ensure that it's an idea that will be bankable. And then also at the end of the 5 days, you'll come out with the framework of your business plan. And then we'll mentor you for 3 months and ensure that you have a tight business plan.
Okay.
And if you want us to mentor you until the end of the year, we can too. But this particular program comes with 5-day how to generate your business idea, how to start your bankable business. You live with your business plan framework. You finish your business plan, go out into the environment with your business model, find out if what you're doing people really need, put real numbers on your business plan, and then after that, we start working with you every month to ensure that you start right and grow right.
Pretty much, isn't it? Therefore, how do I get to be part and parcel of this mentorship program that you and the training are actually happening this week? Yes.
We're actually having this week, we're doing Generate Your Business Idea and Start Your Business,
Yes.
which is ending tomorrow. Next week, we're doing Accelerate Your Business, and it's going to be 4 days from Monday to Thursday. And this is for people who are already in business. They've been in business maybe 2 years, and they're saying, I've been running this thing, I'm working so hard and making very little, or not making any money,
Yes.
or I don't know how to hire people, I'm struggling with my marketing. The one for next week is really to help the entrepreneur become more productive in their performance so that they can get the results that they want, which is profit.
Yes.
Yes, so
All
that's happening next week on Monday to Thursday.
Yes.
And we're at the Hope Church, Hope Church in Lavington.
Yes.
But you can find this information on our Facebook page, Passion Profit Brands.
Pretty much, isn't it?
Yes.
And do I need anything just for me to participate?
For you to participate, it's 7,500,
Yes.
but I'll extend to them a 50% scholarship, anybody who's willing to sign up now.
Pretty much, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, let's get back to these ideas that we're actually talking about this
Yes.
morning. When you scale around, would you overly, therefore, tag some big challenge to the Kenyan entrepreneurs in terms of the way in which we approach our small businesses? Because if you look at the 400,000
Yes.
that never get to see the second birthday annually in Kenya,
Yes.
well, that's a lot, isn't it?
It is a lot.
Yes.
It is a lot. And the other thing I've observed, Simba, is that our conditioning does not help us much. You see, we've grown up in a culture that encourages us to go to school
Yes.
and find a job.
Yes.
And the schools that we go to are not giving us entrepreneurial information. They're giving us information to go and work, and there are no jobs. So already, the person starting a business is disadvantaged because they have the wrong mindset.
Yes.
All right? They have the mindset of working 8 to 5. They have the mindset of having a salary every 30 days. But that is changing. We're in the gig economy now. You package your skills so that you can serve more people consistently. So you're not just going to serve one person for a paycheck after 30 days. You're going to have the discipline of how to manage your 24 hours so that you can serve Simba, you can serve Frida, you can serve Njoroge, and serve them well consistently, because you don't have to do the whole thing and you don't just have to do one job. It's a question of finding out what we call at Passion Profit, going under your skin. Skin is SKEEN, which is an acronym for what are the skills that you have.
Go for it. It is
Yes.
SK. Let me just have a look at it as well.
Yes.
All right, let's have a. That's
It's
SK.
K double E
Double E
N.
N.
Yeah, actually it's triple E.
Triple E
Yeah,
actually.
and S stands for skills.
That's for skills.
Yes. What are the skills that you have? What knowledge have you acquired? And knowledge is from books, from degrees, whatever, and then education, because your education, when you write your company profile, people are always asking, what's your background?
Yes.
So what's your education?
Yes.
What's your experience? Experience is not just the stuff that you have done for money. Experience, you have served in a church, you have served as a volunteer,
Yes.
which the youth should listen to, because they go around saying there are no jobs, spending time on social media, but they can find out if they want to work in a media company, why not give a few hours in that media company every month so that they can get the experience and also start learning to see how the systems and structure within an organization runs. And that will be added as your experience. And then exposure. When you volunteer, that experience and exposure, you can now say, I've worked at Metropole TV for X number of hours, doing social media or interviewing or whatever. And see, and also as you're doing that, it helps your networks, because you will meet other people. Out there, I won't know Simba, but when I'm in here, I'll know Simba, I can chat with Simba. Simba can expose me to his networks. I can expose Simba to my networks. So when we look under our skin, then we begin to see our totality. Many times, people look at their knowledge, which is their papers, or their education, which is their papers. When I started Passion Profit, many people were coming to me asking me for work. And I was asking them, what kind of work are you looking for? And they take out, the brown envelope where the people put CVs and degrees. They take them out and put them on my table. So I said, these are papers. I'm asking you, what can you do? And they'll tell me, I can do anything. And I was like, you cannot go to school for 4 years, 6 years, and come out and say you can do anything. That's not possible.
Yes.
So when we go under our skin, it's like when you're going to bake a cake.
Yes.
All the ingredients are on the table. Alone, they look meaningless.
Yes.
But when you put them together, they bring up a beautiful cake.
Yes.
So going under your skin will help you see what is your capability, what is your competence,
Yes.
and what is your competitiveness.
Isn't it?
What makes you stand apart.
Yes.
Yes.
So that we're done with the first skin, that is the skills, knowledge, experience, exposure.
Yes.
So I know we have
Exposure, education.
Education,
Yes.
isn't it?
What education do you have?
Yes.
Whether the degree, all the different workplace trainings that you go for,
Yes.
the ones that you've learned by yourself on YouTube,
Yes.
all right? And then your networks.
And then networks.
Who are you hanging out with?
Yes.
You see, when you have a vision and you know your value, you
Yes.
become very, you become very intentional about the people that you hang out with. Before I started Passion Profit, I had lived out of the country for 10 years. And when I came back, of course, my friends had moved on. They had big jobs, you know.
Yes.
And because I'm not a traditional university person. So they had gone to university. They had gotten jobs in corporate and all that. So I came back and I said, I want to start training. And they were like, no, you may need to start, you need to find a job first and then start this consultant thing of yours. And I'd give them my profiles to share in their big corporate companies. And they wouldn't. And before I knew it, I was starting to look for a job. And I did work for 4 months, and I realized, no, I cannot do this.
It's not funny.
it's not possible. I was offered 40,000 a month,
Yes.
and I'm thinking, all my experience, all the time I've been around, no. I was like, I was being given entry level to do internship. I was over 40. I was like, it's not possible. I have 3 children, and that time one son was in USIU, another one was in Juja.
Yes.
I said, thank you very much. And in the company that I was working for, every Thursday we had what we called a reading day. You'd be given time off to read, which was fantastic. So I'd read for a couple of hours, and then I'd find clients to coach. Then I realized I'm coaching people for 35,000 a month. I was having at least 4 clients a month. I was like, thank you very much. I can volunteer for you when you need me. You know my skills, but I'm out of here.
Yes. So therefore, let's just caption or just end this conversation by really knowing.
Yes.
Who's Passion
Yes.
Profit for?
Okay.
And why should somebody listening to you right now, that entrepreneur, really say, I want mentorship?
Okay. Passion Profit
Yes.
exists to help emerging and existing entrepreneurs increase their influence, We help you increase your influence by helping you get under your skin to know your capability, your competence,
Yes.
and your competitiveness.
Yes.
Once you know that, to increase your influence, your impact, using this influence to impact others, and impact is not free, providing a service and getting compensated for the value you're bringing into the market.
Yes.
So we help you increase your influence, your impact, and your income. We work with you to give you strategies to generate recurring, reliable revenue, because that is what people are looking for. You want revenue to pay your bills, you want revenue to do the things that you love and enjoy.
Yes.
And yes, you can, because everybody has the influence. It's just that it's a rough diamond. All right, just like I said, skin, when you put it on the table, it's different things, but when you bring it together, then you begin to know what is the influence you carry, how can you apply it to get impact and income. There's nobody who has value, who contributes that value, who doesn't get compensated. If you're not getting compensated according to what you want, it's because you have not articulated your value. And Passion Profit can help you do that.
Want to learn about the importance of mentorship? Then look for Passion Profits. They're online. Once you get to understand them, they know exactly what it is that you can do for your business. Freedom, thank you very much for joining
Thank
us
you,
this morning.
Simba. Thank you.
That's exactly what we had prepared for you this morning. All I can say is that you can actually watch this conversation live on YouTube. Good thing about YouTube is you can actually take us back a couple minutes, so you can actually also get to understand about skin. But not to worry, because this conversation will also be available for you on Facebook, on Twitter as well. #BusinessIM at Metropole TV Kenya. I am Charles _Kiage. I'll see you at 11, 12 and 1 p.m. for Metropole News. Good morning.